What's up, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. I hope you all are doing well today. And to all my new supporters joining us, welcome to the family. Welcome to the family. Forgive me if my voice sounds a little weird. My nose is stuffed right now. I mean, my allergies are off the chain. Everybody, please feel free to like, comment, subscribe, and turn all post notifications on so you don't miss another one of these reaction videos. Now, let's jump right into it, man, because this was highly requested. Today, I will be checking out 10 countries warning their citizens not to visit the United States. Now, I've been reading up on the comments, man, and a lot of people have been telling me that they've been canceling their trips to the USA, and I'm a little heartbroken that y'all don't want to come visit our beautiful country. But at the same time, our country is crazy. It's just too much chaos going on, man. Too much going on. Somebody in the comments said that them and their family was going to visit the United States for 7 days. Whoa, 7 days is crazy enough, okay? But they canceled their trip and now they are on their way to Venezuela. How you go from USA to Venezuela? Like, this is a bad look on our behalf. Come on now. Let's jump right into this video. I have nothing else to say. I'm just flabbergasted that everybody is canceling their trips to the USA. We got some people going to Mexico, Puerto Rico, Venezuela. Oh, my gosh. Here we go, man.
Today, we're diving into something wild. 10 countries that are straight up telling their people, hey, maybe skip the U.S. for now.
Oh, man.
Crazy, right?
Okay, so I know we got Europe on the list. Europe is probably saying, don't go there. And we got Canada on the list. Canada's probably, don't go there. China might be on that list. I don't know if any Chinese people are visiting the USA right now. I don't know if China is messing with us right now, man. This is crazy.
We're talking travel warnings, border dramas, and some serious global shade.
Yeah.
Why are these nations hitting the brakes on U.S. trips?
Our
Stick
president.
around as we break it all down, country by country. If you're new here, smash that subscribe button, and let's get into it.
Oh my gosh, here we go.
First up, the United Kingdom.
Yup.
The UK's Foreign Office updated its travel advice for the US in March 2025, warning Brits about strict entry rules. They're telling travelers to double-check visa or ESTA requirements because even valid documents might not guarantee entry. Why? Reports of British citizens detained at U.S. borders for minor visa issues, like overstays or unclear travel purposes, have spiked since Trump's immigration crackdown kicked in.
Yup.
The advisory doesn't call it a ban, but it's clear. Follow the rules or risk arrest.
You know what's actually crazy? Trump announced a few days ago, or was it about a week? Maybe it's about a week now. He announced that if they feel the need to, they have the right to just arrest anyone they want without having to commit a crime. How do you guys feel about this? You mean to tell me you could just put me in cuffs? I mean, nothing's really changing. I mean, they was doing this type of stuff before, but it couldn't be justified. Now it definitely doesn't need to be justified. He's literally saying, "Oh, these people could go in handcuffs for no reason if we feel that something's skeptical with them." What? What do you just go look at me and be like, "Oh, he's a threat or something. Let's put him in cuffs." And I can't do nothing about it but call my lawyer. You go put me in a precinct overnight and I'm going to have to bond out because you ain't find nothing. You ain't find, and of course they're going to extort you. They want your money. This is all part of the extortion, man. Arrest them so that we could bring them to the precinct and they go bond out, especially if they innocent. We know they ain't doing nothing. You still go give us that money and bond out for the night, man, because you got arrested. Make it make sense. And we losing a lot of money. People canceling these trips. We not making no money. We are in debt. We need to make this money back. Everybody come visit the USA, man. Not no more. Oh, my goodness. You thought we was in debt now?
About 4 million tourists to the U.S. yearly, so this could dent that number. Some Brits are even canceling trips, fearing a hostile welcome. The tension might tie back to Trump's comments on European trade, too, calling out the EU hasn't helped. For now, the UK's message is caution. Enjoy your trip, but have your paperwork in order, or you might be on the next flight home.
This is sickening.
Next, Germany.
Germany?
The German Federal Foreign Office updated its U.S. travel advice this month, stressing that a visa or ESTA doesn't mean you're in the clear. They've warned that U.S. officials can deny entry at their discretion, no appeal allowed. This comes after several German nationals were detained at U.S. borders in early 2025, some for past minor overstays or vague travel plans. Germany's not calling it a travel ban, but the tone's serious. Expect scrutiny. About 2 million Germans visit the U.S. annually, and this could shake that up. The advisory also hints at broader unease. Trump's hardline policies, like his two-gender stance, clash with Germany's progressive values, especially for trans travelers. Add in trade spats, and it's a perfect storm.
Yeah, that's another issue. The gender thing. We have some people that are unspecified. I know. I know. I don't judge though. I don't care. I don't care. Live your life. I don't care. We got some people that are unspecified. We got it on the voting sheets. I mean, it says male, female, other. What? I mean, when did we switch up? When did we change up like that? Now you have to identify as a male or a female if you want to come up in here now. So, okay. No more of that unspecified. It's pretty obvious to tell what gender that person is, but we can't be ignorant, and it's a freedom of speech. We got to respect what those people are going by, you know? What are you? Other, unspecified. Okay. I can tell you're obviously a male or female, but respect. And I've heard so many stories about British people and Canadians being held, especially at the border, being held for no reason. Canadians being held at the border for no reason, and British people being held in airports in the rooms for no reason. Now, they only treat ex-convicts like that. How do I know? I got a few family members that had to get pulled into the rooms in the airport, background checks and all that extra stuff, even though they're cleared and they're free to travel by their PO officers. Or they're not even on probation, parole no more. Come on now. Being held for no reason because you're coming from another country. For completely no reason. 3 to 6 hours, they gonna leave you in that room. Yes, they will delay you. They will make you miss your flight. You're not going home right away. Like, I'm not
Germans
gonna
are
keep
being
on
told
rant,
to prepare
going
for
on a
tough
rant.
questioning and possible rejection. Travel's still on, but it's not the carefree trip it once was. Number 3 is Canada, our neighbors to the north. Recently, Canada updated its U.S. travel advisory, urging citizens to register with U.S. authorities if staying over 30 days. This follows a Vancouver woman's week-long detention at the border over a visa mix-up. Canadian MP Charlie Angus even went viral pleading, avoid the U.S. if possible, calling it a tyranny under Trump.
That's the story I'm talking about.
The advisory is practical, follow entry rules or face deportation, but the rhetoric's heated. Canada's worried about Trump's threats to annex them as the 51st state, plus border crackdowns hitting dual citizens hard. With millions crossing yearly, this could chill travel. Some Canadians are boycotting U.S. trips over politics, too. It's not a full warning yet, but the vibe's clear. The U.S. isn't as welcoming as it was, and Ottawa wants its people ready for a rougher ride south of the border.
The vibe's
Coming
clear.
in at 4, Denmark. This Scandinavian country revised its U.S. travel advisory with a twist. It's specifically warning transgender travelers. Why? The Trump administration's two-gender policy means passports with an X marker might get you turned away. Denmark's telling its citizens to contact the U.S. Embassy first if they're trans or non-binary. Beyond that, they're echoing others. Valid visas don't guarantee entry, and enforcement's tight. Denmark's progressive stance clashes with U.S. shifts, and this advisory reflects that tension. It's not a blanket don't go, but it's a red flag for a specific group. Danish tourists, about 300,000 yearly, might rethink plans, especially with horror stories of border detentions circulating.
Yup.
Add Trump's EU critiques and Denmark's caution makes sense. Travel's doable, but for some, it's a risk not worth taking right now. 5th on our list is Finland.
Finland. I
Like
seen that
Denmark,
coming.
Finland updated its U.S. travel advisory in March 2025, zeroing in on transgender and non-binary travelers. With Trump's policy recognizing only male or female genders, Finnish passports with X markers could lead to entry denials. The advice: check with the U.S. Embassy before booking. Finland's also warning about stricter border checks. Visas or ESTA approvals aren't sure thing anymore.
Ain't no point
This
in-
follows reports of Europeans, including Finns, facing unexpected detentions.
Nice.
Finland's small but steady flow of U.S. tourists, around 200,000 yearly, might dip if this sticks. The advisory's not a full stop, but it's a heads up. The U.S. feels less predictable now. Tensions over Trump's EU stance and Finland's inclusive values add context. For Finns, it's about weighing the hassle against the trip. Caution's the name of the game. At number 6, France.
You think? We don't even know what our president is doing now. We are lost as Americans. We don't know what the plan is now. All I know is we are ruining relations. Ruining relations. That's all I know.
The French government hasn't issued a formal U.S. travel warning yet, but they updated guidance, urging citizens to be vigilant about entry rules. France is watching the trend. detentions of Europeans at U.S. borders are up, and they're not taking chances. The advisory flags that even valid visas might not cut it if U.S. officials suspect anything off. France sends over 1 million tourists to the U.S. yearly, so this matters. Some link it to Trump's EU trade jabs. France isn't thrilled with his screw the EU vibe. Plus, there's chatter about safety for LGBTQ plus travelers after U.S. policy shifts. It's not a don't go yet, but the tone's shifting. Travel blogs say French tourists are nervous about feeling unwelcome. For now, France says go, but go prepared. The U.S. isn't the open door it once was for less blues. 7th, New Zealand. New Zealand updated its U.S. travel advice.
We probably got Australia on this list too, huh? We probably got Australia on this
Warning
list too.
Kiwis that entry's no sure thing, even with an ESTA. The advisory cites tougher border enforcement, with risks of detention for minor slip-ups like overstays. This follows a few high-profile cases of New Zealanders turned back at U.S. airports. About 300,000 Kiwis visit the U.S. yearly, and this could slow that down. New Zealand's government isn't saying don't go, but they're blunt. U.S. officials have final say, no exceptions. Some tie this to Trump's global trade rhetoric. New Zealand's an ally, but not immune to tension. Social media is buzzing with Kiwis debating if it's worth the risk. Safety's not the issue, it's the unpredictability. New Zealand's message is clear: love the U.S., but pack patience and perfect paperwork, or you might be watching the Statue of Liberty from a deportation lounge. Number 8 is
Since when do we care about our allies? Australia, like I just said. Since we don't care about our allies. He said care about it. Although New Zealand's an ally. We don't care. We do not care. Our president don't care. You see how he treating our other allies? He don't care about our allies. They more like enemies now. More like enemies now.
Australia. Australia's Department of Foreign Affairs raised its U.S. travel advice, warning Aussies to expect rigorous border checks. Even with an ESTA or visa, entry's not guaranteed. U.S. officials can deny you for past overstays or unclear intentions. This comes after reports of Australians detained stateside, some for minor visa hiccups. Around 1.5 million Aussies visit the U.S. yearly, so this hits home. The advisory's not a ban, but it's a wake-up call. Trump's immigration push means business. Some Aussies are souring on U.S. trips, citing trade spats and a closed-off vibe. Safety's fine, but the hassle? Less appealing. Australia's still pro-travel, urging prep over panic, check rules, dot I's, cross T's. For now, it's about navigating a stricter system, not avoiding it. The U.S. remains a draw, but the welcome mats got some new fine print. 9th, Ireland. Ireland's Department of Foreign Affairs updated its U.S. travel advice, cautioning citizens about tighter entry rules. They're warning that even valid visas or ESTAs might not get you past U.S. customs if
I'm saying, though, what I'm saying is every country you done showed in this video, man, they all look better than the United States anyway. What y'all coming here for? We should be going there. I'm just saying,
things off, like a passed overstay. This follows tales of Irish travelers detained at borders, sparking headlines back home. Ireland sends about 700,000 tourists to the U.S. yearly, many tied to family ties, so this stings. The advisory's not a don't go, but a be ready. U.S. enforcement's no joke under Trump. Some Irish see it as fallout from his EU critiques. Others just want a smooth J one summer. No major safety flags, just procedural headaches. Ireland's keeping it practical. Know the rules, or risk a U-turn. The U.S. is still a draw, but the charm's dimming if you're stuck explaining yourself at JFK.
Yup.
Caution's key here. Finally, the Netherlands. The Dutch government tweaked its U.S. travel advice, warning citizens that entry's trickier now. Even with an ESTA or visa, U.S. officials can say no. Past overstays or vague plans could land you in detention. This follows a few Dutch travelers getting bounced at the border, raising eyebrows. The Netherlands sends about 800,000 tourists to the U.S. yearly, and this might cool that off. The advisory's not a ban, just a heads up. Trump's policies mean stricter scrutiny. Some Dutch tie it to his EU trade barbs. Relations are chillier. Others worry about progressive travelers like trans folks facing hassles after the two-gender rule. Safety's not the issue. Unpredictability is. The Dutch say go, but go smart. Check everything twice. The U.S. is still on the map, but it's less of a carefree jaunt for Netherlanders now. That's it. 10 countries waving red flags about U.S. travel in March
Oh
2025.
my goodness.
From border hassles to policy clashes, it's a wild shift.
I don't know, man. This whole situation is jacked up. You guys let me know down below in the comment section. How do you guys feel about this whole situation? And did you and your family actually have a vacation planned, to come visit the United States? But did you end up canceling and rebooking to go somewhere else? And if so, let me know what you decided to do and where else did you decide to go besides the United States? Please. I'm very curious because I read that comment. I seen Venezuela instead of you. I was like, wait. What made you want to go to Venezuela? If you guys enjoyed this video just as much as myself, please feel free to like, comment, subscribe, and turn all post notifications on so you do not miss another one of these reaction videos. Feel free to share this video and this channel to your friends and family members, whoever you feel may be interested in joining the family along on a daily basis to watch some of these educational videos. And please feel free to spam my comment section and use that suggestion link down below in my description if you would like to recommend some more of these intriguing videos for me myself to react to. Once again, everybody, please stay safe, stay educated on this whole situation, Stay up to date with it because I don't want you guys traveling over here and then you're getting stuck at that JFK or whatever airport you land at. I don't want you to be stuck there in that room because they're going to interrogate you, man. They are going to interrogate you. Stay safe. I'll catch you guys in my next one.